Yo,
LeBoltz is back.
back
Hey,
with Glenn Poole. Will sent me something Leon sent me. Just so I know what we're talking about here. Dropped here.
what did he send you?
Well, stuff to talk about. Logan's here, Alan's here, Tanner Earl, what's going on, brother? Jesse Bellick's up here on the Facebook side. I think Mike's on mute. Mike's on mute on his side over there.
I don't think we can hear the Tolly.
No sound over there.
Is that better, motherfuckers?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
back. He's
Whoa,
back.
back.
Will Foster's on the YouTube side. Rob Baser is here. Matt Kelly is back. It's Monday, November 21, 2022. How was your show last week?
It's good. Barely not that
Good, bro.
great. Somebody said they unsubscribed.
Boom!
That's good.
Let's go. That's the Castanet podcast. Welcome again. We're right on time, 8:20.
Perfect.
Okay. But the
Perfect.
scary part is I can control from this end.
Oh,
Still.
nice.
Can you?
No. Yeah.
I was watching the Jets on that 5-on-3. It was horrible, man. Horrible stuff.
Well, they must have taken a page out of the Bombers book.
Oh, don't
my
bring that up,
God.
man. Come on.
Let go. I got my
That's
hat
enough.
here.
Enough already.
There, put the hat on there.
You should
There
just
you
flip
go.
it upside down.
Yeah. Joe, what's
Whatever.
going on?
Give
So
it-
glad
give-
you're back, Eric.
Give it the
Can't-
big boot, bro.
You guys got to remember, I'm a Leafs fan, so I'm used to freaking
Hardy.
shitballs during under pressure.
Oh, man. I was happy for Mwamba, though, man. You see that? Like, he was all emotional and stuff. You're in their league 11 years. You've never won.
One, yeah.
It's a freaking 9-team league. A 9-team league. You think you'd be due for a championship somewhere
Well,
in there or whatever.
at least they got one, man. At least they
That's
got one
all
now.
right, it's all right.
And I think they had a player too that's been in the Grey Cup the last 6 or 7 straight years, man. And he's only had it won it once. So now this
Really?
is his second time. Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
pretty good getting to the final every year. That's not too bad.
I know. It's like,
My dad's convinced that it was like fixed. Like they let that guy come in and block that field goal or whatever. My dad's like convinced, like
Yeah. You know what?
what?
that's what he's convinced.
You know what? They sucked that second half. They were just bad. They only showed up for one quarter, and that was the second. That was it.
That was tough, man.
It was tough.
Katie,
watching, man.
Katie Foster, what's going on? Hi, Katie. Thanks
But
for
whatever.
watching. We'll keep.
That's it.
And
the
they
squares to a
got
minimum.
they got a little cocky after they got the punt return, man.
You
Yeah,
can't win the
whatever.
Grey Cup and the Stanley Cup in the same year. That makes sense, brother. I guess the Stanley Cup's coming. I guess.
I guess the Leafs aren't going to win the Stanley Cup then.
Everyone here for another 29 years. I know, man. When I was in Toronto, there, man, they're all like, they didn't think Toronto would win either.
Yeah.
They're all like, oh yeah, I mean, you guys are gonna win, all that kind of stuff. And can't believe you guys haven't like even been to the Grey Cup in so long, and all of a sudden you're gonna win 3 in a row now, and all that kind of stuff. And jinxed it. I think I
Whatever.
jinxed it with all my yelling.
That's
at
why they
Rogers
play.
Center
It's why
there.
they play the game, man.
Awesome
Shouldn't-
stuff.
Shouldn't
Anything
take a
could happen.
page out of my book. No. Oh well. How was your trip, anyways, LeBopes?
No, it's cool stuff, man. A lot of cool stuff out there. Like they just wonder at our ice, man. Like our guys are already ice fishing, I said, and get out of here. They don't think about that till like Christmas time or whatever, because their seasons are so short. The further up you go, like deeper into Muskoka, Ottawa, Sudbury,
Yeah.
of course, you all have seasons and stuff, but further down south, no, man, they don't have much at all.
They're
No,
waiting, man. They're waiting. But I know some
I-
guys in Minnesota are fishing already.
Yeah,
Well,
ponds
it's
for
not-
sure.
There's lots of guys fishing here, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Man.
Sketchy, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Is it really worth that though? To go that early?
So we're gonna talk first ice, venturing on first ice. Like, we talk about it every year, but it seems like it's always a race, and we've already had one death already here. Commercial, not on the recreational side, but still. So we'll chat about that today. We're gonna talk about all about rod cases and what you guys and gals do out there for your rods. Go from the white bucket to the fancy $700 hard cases or whatever, and everything else in between. We'll chat that. A couple other cool news and notes and stuff like that, and a little bit about Game of Inches. You guys watched that last week there, all the episodes?
Yeah, watched them all last week, and
Not yet.
after today at 6:00, we're not taking any more. It was supposed to be last week after the last show, but
Well, you're laying some more in?
what? Yeah, well, we kept getting a couple every day, so
Yeah.
6:00 today, done.
We keep moving that deadline. Okay.
Yeah.
Right before there's 10 minutes left in the last episodes, then we'll still take this.
Yeah.
I bet all three of us will
Probably.
still lose, man.
Val wrote them all out. She's got this big piece of paper with everybody on there. Says, "Oh, you might as well add Schumann now." She goes,
Nice.
"But it's late. That doesn't matter. What's the difference?"
I'm sticking to
Let
AP
'em all in.
Bassin. AP Bassin.
Yeah.
I never
Keep
picked
Broncos
anybody.
gonna win. I gotta win. I heard a 7-year-old fell through. Will says didn't make it. Got to be careful. Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're talking
Lake
about
Manitoba,
that today
man.
too.
Well, what they have? They had 5 separate incidents, right?
Yeah, five guys went through. 5 guys have
5
gone
guys
through
went-
already
and
up
only-
there, and
And
one,
one.
one didn't make it back out. So
I guess we were
sucks, man.
talking, and they go out because they try to get the best spot.
they're racing to get their nets out, man, to place the nets and get them out there. Like, oh man, it's just crazy to me that they have. Like, you think there'd be a better way still to. You guys out there might know or something where you're not having to race to get to that best patch of, and it's all sort of the same. There's not really. I mean, if you go to Twin Beach, for example, there's always nets there. It's all the same kind of drop off there or whatever, right? You're just placing it.
You ever see how they go out there that early?
They
Yeah,
are. They're
slide.
walking, aren't they? Are they
They're
going?
walking.
They got quads, man. They're
They're
pulling
taking
quads.
quads on like 3 inches of ice.
Some are, yeah.
Yeah, they'll take quads pulling their sleigh with all their nets in them.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. That's.
But I mean, it's a living for them, right?
Like I
Yeah,
know
so-
some of the guys just throw their nets in a boat and pull a boat out.
You'd think rather do that, like a Zodiac style thing, maybe, or like a tinner of some sort. I don't know.
Yeah.
Racing to LDB ponds, SJM says. At least it's a pond. Talk about this every year, but at least still water. Knock on wood, you go through or whatever. I mean, you could probably hack your way back out or climb back out. You know, that whole technique with the polar bear climbing out and stuff. But
Yeah.
the rivers, people were fishing on the red.
Yep.
That's scary to me, man.
I'm still gonna wait a couple of weeks yet.
Well, you know, I'm waiting a long time.
Yeah, you're not going till March.
It's March Madness.
March
You're not going till March.
No.
man.
Leon, put the Game of Inches on hold to get a good laugh from you three. Don't disappoint me, Santos. I just look at Santos and I laugh already. It makes me laugh. Grills. It's no longer living when you don't make it home. And that's the whole thing. Like, geez,
Right,
man. Okay, so yeah, we'll get into that a little bit deeper coming up here. Game of Inches, like we said, that's going. A bunch of episodes out right now. They were talking about it down south too, the Game of Inches. There's
Oh,
some
yeah?
cool talk about it down there, guys. That watch it down there, and the ladies too, and
Well, it's
talk
good.
about it. I mean,
anyone,
it's a
anyone
little
have
bit
their
different.
guesses too, or what?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they have any guesses. I mean, I know who they're cheering for. They cheer
Yeah.
for certain because there's a lot of Clayton Schick fans down there for sure. A lot of Clayton Schick fans.
There's a
down
lot
there.
of Clayton Schick fans everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah,
if you look at the people that are, I bet you 70% is 60% is Clayton Schick and Adam
Yeah.
Crawford.
on our CDP competition.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other one is Catch and Cook.
Yeah.
And then get the odd person here. Yeah, I actually just did my laundry today.
Chat shoots going. It is Val says they're funny stuff.
Name recognition, Gets you the votes.
Lowen
Yeah.
was saying that Kevin Lowen, they're saying that 5 to 6 inches on Pelican Lake. So that's cool. I mean, that's a lake too. It's a lake, you know, like
Yeah.
even Lake Manitoba, the edges, the middle there won't freeze over for a little bit yet, but you can get on the edges there. It's just that 2-3 inches, 4.
But what-
Holy jeez,
That's
man.
wonky,
But
man.
what's
That's
going to
scary.
happen now? We're going to have plus weather right up till Friday. They're calling for +7. I'll believe it when I see it. But then we're going to get the winds that come with that, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to bust stuff up.
Well, that's
Make
what
the
I'm,
ice. It could make the ice really bad, man.
Wayne G's lazy. He needs to drive on. Waiting for the drive on ice. That's the
Yeah.
scary part, Mike, is that some people have been fishing, especially with inexperience and a lot of new people to the sport. They were fishing at CAL, for example. All right, I got on at CAL on the weekend. I can't wait till Saturday comes. Meanwhile, conditions right now, especially this is still transition time.
Yeah.
We're talking mid-November here still. They're going to get out there again or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. And it's not like there's going to be signs. There's definitely not going to be signs that are saying, there are no signs. There's no signage you're saying
No.
thin ice or use at your own risk. There's not even that.
There's
Like, use at
nothing.
your own
There's
risk.
no warnings or nothing, right?
Maybe some of
Like,
the stock ponds might have a sign here and there, but
Yeah.
there's nothing like that. You just go and people see people out there and they go. So
Well, there's a
afraid
guy
of.
that made a post there, Kelly. I can't remember his last name. And he made a post that on Saturday he went out and he literally broke through the ice and he toughed it out the whole day. First, he forgot his live scope at home.
Sabbath skate, you mean?
Yeah, drove
Yeah.
home, picked it
Yeah.
up, came back. So he was late. And then he seen that the ice was breaking at the shore and he still went out and then broke through. Fished till he was frozen, caught nothing. And he was coming off. He said he barely made it off because he was so damn cold.
Broke
The
through on the
wind and
river?
everything. Yeah.
Holy jeez.
Yeah, man.
I'm just
I mean-
telling you that current, man, and it could to sweep you down. It's not
That's the problem. You know, if you don't
not
know,
forgiving, man.
so what's going to happen now? You get a north wind, and that wind's going to push the lake up a little bit. That's going to push the river up.
Wow. Out Saturday, by the time I was done, where he says standing in 3 inches of water on 5 inches of ice. It's just sketchy time of year, man. I can't wait to go either, but
I'll wait.
You got to look at the weather too, right? Like, I mean, it's not deep freeze or nothing out there.
Like, I mean,
Overnight weather.
I think it's one thing, you know, how far would you go? Like we were talking about that earlier. Like, how far would you go considering that it's your livelihood, right? The commercial guys.
and that's what I mean. Like, why do they have to race? Like, isn't there like sort of plots out there where you have a specific stretch and that's your stretch?
I'm not sure how that works.
I don't know.
One day when we get a commercial guy to come on, we'll find out.
He'll let us know.
We're gonna have some ice Viking on here coming up in the next few shows or whatever. We have Chris Christensen of Ice Viking is going to be on, and he'll know some of the answers,
Yeah.
or a lot of the answers. He's been doing it for a long time and has that show. They have another season starting up here. They're not filming this winter though. Well, they
No.
might yet. They're still looking for a production company. But yeah, stuff.
Kickerfish
He'll
Media
have
should
answers.
do it.
yeah,
That's it.
just do it. Just follow them around. Look for things to break. What else is
Well, that
broken?
won't be too hard. We got bombardiers, those things fall apart. And then for us that just do it recreational, like what's the hurry?
Why you just can't wait. But Jesse and Eric were on Norris Lake, going after the perch and stuff or whatever's in there, and yeah, there was some good ice. You have the spud bars at this time of year.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people use spud bars, but spud bars, this is the time of year to be using it. Some places like talking Minnesota, Michigan, down in the southern Ontario, spud bars is just part of the arsenal because their ice is sketchy. They'll
All the
max
time,
out at like
almost.
18 inches. They'll max out kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's always part of the arsenal. Whereas here we don't really. We just go by. We see vehicles out there.
See trucks on your
Oh,
It's
good.
good.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. It's good. There's one truck
Then all
out
of a sudden-
there.
And then all of a sudden Lake Winnipeg decides to open up and screw everybody.
What was
Yeah,
that a
you're
few
all
seasons
stranded.
ago? I drove my F-150 out at Doc Reed's. Remember, we all walked out, and I'm
that
like,
was
"This
like-
is too far to walk. I'm gonna drive around." And I drove
That
on.
was, I think that was 3 years ago.
That was like 9 inches of ice. Like, oh,
And you drove on?
What am I
Damn,
doing,
bro.
man? I did,
You're
drove
crazy,
on.
man.
So
You're-
everyone walked down, and I'm like by my truck. 9 inches. It's all good. F-150.
What do we call
you're
that?
nuts, man.
What do we call it? Selective harvest.
Selective harvest.
He wants to get rid of that Ford. That's why.
Hey, you know, the problem is, though, you weigh nothing. If somebody like myself or Joe Tilley were in the truck, it was gone. For sure. Bottom of the lake.
Speaking of harvesting, it's still hunting season. There's a lot of cool hunting pictures there. Everyone's tagging out there, so good stuff. Congrats to everyone who's hunting still. Nice
Yeah.
work, man. I'll get into that eventually. Leon's gonna stay away from the red for a little bit. The Saugers can wait. He is getting the itch to get out. If you haven't seen photos, Leon's got awesome photos here. I didn't put it on the thing there though, but I want to talk about Glenn Pools there because Ingmar had it here. If you can decipher what Ingmar is, try and decipher what Ingmar's talking about there. I know what he's talking about, but try and decipher that.
Limits catching. What?
Limits
It's always a
Catching
game show with Ingmar's
Lake of the
messages.
Woods.
catching on Lake of the
Fish,
Woods.
43
Two fish,
degrees Celsius.
43
Ingmar
degrees
types
Celsius.
as well as he hears that guy. There you go. There's a picture of that's taken by Leon. That's the Blue Bridge in town.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I saw that in when I was down south, and I'm like, oh my god, I am coming back to winter, bro. Winter. But he said that there were divers. There were divers there
Really?
checking for like the pier stability.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They were checking for pier stability, and then the
Yeah.
visibility wasn't good. Dominion divers, marine contractors. So that's
crazy, eh?
That's a cool gig. Yeah.
They can't take those piers away. I catch lots of fish there.
Yeah, man. But shout out to
So-
Glenn Poole. I know what Ingmar's talking about. You can check that out on Facebook. There, he sent me the link there. But this is the radio station out there, 89.5. The Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry is currently gathering feedback on new limits in the environmental registry. So it's basically talking about Zone 5, Northwest Ontario for us there. New limits
Yeah, because they want to go to 2.
2 fish.
from 4. So current limits right now, Northwest Ontario,
It's
Zone
4,
5
yeah.
anyway, is 4 with a sport license, a regular license, and 2 for conservation. And they want to bring it down to 2 across the board. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Dang. I was reading some
Just
of the
like-
comments.
just like us going down to 4, right?
Yeah.
4 across the board. So I don't know. What do you guys think about that there?
Did they say what the reasoning is for that?
Well, that's the whole thing. They don't even need reasoning. They want to protect
Just want
it's
to do it.
conservation. Yeah, conservation. Protect the fish or whatever it is, the stocks.
Like, is it? Have they done the studies to see what's going on?
I don't think it says
Don't give-
anything on there.
don't
man.
give me
Oh,
started
we're not
on
talking about Manitoba here. We're talking about Ontario. We know Manitoba doesn't do anything.
Well, apparently I was just down in Southern Ontario, and then everyone's having the same thing with their fisheries everywhere else. So I had a good discussion with I forgot the lady's name, but she is the director of the Northwest Ontario Trail.
Yeah.
Like that, they have 7 tournaments. They've been long standing. They're just as old as Saskatchewan Walleye Trail is. They definitely well before CWT anyway, but they got some great tournaments out there. We're talking from Wawa to Sudbury, that whole Sault Ste. Marie, that area. They got a great trail, man. They got awesome tournaments there. Average about 120 teams a tournament. But they were talking there too, where they're having like issues like with their fisheries, and like they try and work with them or whatever. But
They don't work on weekends neither.
yeah, butting heads with them too. They're not getting forced to do catch and release for sure. What they're working
Not
on
yet.
is it's the banning of live technologies, what they're facing right now.
That's what they're worried about.
Not
banning live technology?
not from fisheries. It's from their anglers. So half their anglers want it banned, and half of them say if you ban it, we're never going to do another tournament again. So they're in a tough spot there where it's 50-50. And I think that's consistent everywhere where people are sort of half and half on it.
Well, you've already got guys that have it that are doing tournaments, and there's probably 75% of them have it, right? So don't ban it. So the other guys you think they're going to stop fishing the tournaments? I don't think so.
If they ban it?
If they don't ban it.
If guys that don't have it,
Yeah. You think they're not going to go? They'll still go.
They're going to do a survey. And it's tough. I go even if you do a survey, you're going to rub someone on either side there the wrong way
You're
just
not
by
gonna
just
make
by
anybody
asking the
happy.
question. Just by asking the question. And I go that's interesting to me or whatever. It's not that deep out here. It's a big issue on their end over there right now, like whether they decide to ban it or not. I go, really, that's curious. Like, isn't one of your big sponsors like one of the electronics companies? And he goes, yeah, that should pretty much sort of answer it for you there. I say, all right, if you ask me, like if you're, I mean, that's not.
What would you do if they banned it? Just fish without it.
Everyone's the same playing field. Fish without it or whatever.
would you fish with the Tolly? Because I know you've said that you would never fish without that. The live.
I've gotten so used to that live technology, like it just cuts search time down by 70%.
So you'd be one of the guys that would stop fishing tournament then if they ban
No,
it?
I'd still fish tournaments.
You still fish it?
You pick and choose, I guess, or whatever, just like we do already.
I would still fish it. But I mean, the thing is pretty much 90% of the boats you look at, they got a pole hanging over the side. So everybody's got it that you're fishing against.
Yeah.
I don't know about 90.
Well,
50
the
for
boat,
sure. 50.
You don't
for
even
sure.
you don't even put yours in the water.
I don't put mine. It's in there. I don't use it.
You keep forgetting to charge his battery up.
I should start using it or whatever. But about the stocks, like, oh, look. I have to say Ingmar is like, that's proper. He's typing so carefully.
You must have got somebody else to type that for him.
That's perfect grammar right there. He just forgot the period or whatever. But yeah, Ingmar, that's exactly. So they're saying the walleye are crashing on Lake of the Woods. Now there is traditional harvest on there. There is poaching too that's going on. So a lot of the comments are saying that, well, I'm out there following my limit. Why am I the problem? Kind of thing. So there's a lot of opposition to it right now, going from 4 to 2. But a lot of cottagers, man, one guy typed in there, well, I go in the morning, I go catch my meal, and then I eat it, and then I want to go catch more in the evening or whatever. And that happens a lot. Now, if you're eating it on the spot, that's one thing. But when people are like layering their freezers, man, I have a little issue with that too.
When we go, we grab what we're going to eat, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
And
It is lower in this, eh?
I'm good for a couple of weeks. So
more rules for us, Unimog says. Meanwhile, commercial guys rake the. Pardon me, it's differently. They're used to work for a local fish process. So many 20 shows. I know. It's the.
Well, I think that's the biggest issue for everyone, right? Is the fact that nothing's getting touched with the commercial side, but they're touching the recreational side.
But
and which most people will say that recreational side is like a teardrop in compared to what a commercial does.
it is, but that's how they make their living.
When we get Chris Christensen on here, you can talk a little bit about that too. Yeah, we'll be asking him.
As much as I don't agree with the way they push the anglers around, that's not our living. Their living is what they do on the water, right?
Everybody water's different though. Lake Winnipeg, I fully think can support all kinds of stuff. I mean, it supports 15 million kilos right now. Lake of the Woods, a little bit different.
Much.
I don't know.
So I know it's their living, but what would make a bigger change? Limiting us recreational anglers to 2, or limiting the commercial fishermen's limits?
To what?
Well, I don't know, but what would make a bigger change?
They're given a quota, right? So they just go get the quota.
But do you think dropping our limit recreational anglers to 2
No.
would make any difference?
No.
It hurts tourism.
I mean,
like, think about that. Like, think about Santos. I know Santos, this is a sensitive topic for him because he goes to Kenora. Costs so much to go to Kenora. He's coming back with 4 walleye. And now he's only going to come back with 2. That's a factor. Not just Santos, but a lot of people too. It does factor in. I mean, you would like to, it's you can get cheaper walleye at Safeway, but you still would like to, offset some of your costs by bringing a meal home or 2. So it does.
Meat hogs are going to be meat hogs no matter what. You're going to get the cottage owner that's going to go, going to get his limit, going to go back.
And then
get some more and go back. Yeah. And we watched it on the Lee River with crappie.
Yeah.
Guys will go out, they got their bucket full, and they're white people with white buckets. They go to their cottage, then they come back, the same guy, and he fills it up again and goes back again.
There is a big issue with I mean, any lake in the White Shield that's ringed with cottages is a tough walleye fish, right? I mean, we all know this or whatever. Name the lake in the White Shield there. Anything that has cottages on it is tough, man. Specific to Lake of the Woods, Glenn, he says there. Okay. So now so what does that do then? If you think about it, say they implement that puts some pressure on surrounding lakes now. Let's stop by Longbow. These are longbow fish. We're gonna go, we'll stop by
instead,
wherever. We'll stop by Royal Lake before we go home.
Yeah.
Or name it.
I'm happy they're tough to catch in Hilly Lake.
The walleye? Hold my beer, bro. What's up, Tim Butler? What's happening? They dropped
I'm not going to do the easy way, but
Bojic, limit commercial guys to their quotas. 1,000 fish sold out of basements and Walmart parking lots. Yeah, I mean, and they factor that in too when they're setting quotas.
Yeah.
Or like they do factor black market and poaching. They have to as part of it. Like they do factor that in into their numbers there and stuff like that. So yeah,
well, and then you've got the other spectrum that they can catch as many as they want. You can't do shit about it because they just say they're feeding themselves.
If you're just joining us, it is Monday. If you didn't know it was Monday, November 21. We're just chatting about the new proposed, like they're throwing it out there, and you know when the government department is throwing it out there,
They're doing it.
It's gonna happen.
they're really serious about it. They're thinking about it, man. They're already really
They're
thinking
pretty
about it,
much
so.
saying choke on this. You
They're not thinking
mofos.
about it. It's
We're
gonna
doing it.
happen.
So it's dropping the limit on Lake of the Woods to 2 walleye. Myself, it's whatever. I mean, I never even take walleye there, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I can see how that would affect a lot of people's. It might even affect the tournaments. It's the same thing here. That would affect the tournaments.
Well, you wouldn't be able to go in with a limit of 5 anymore, right? You got to go in with a limit of 4.
Yeah.
Or
Well, the limits
Mind
are
you,
good 4 walleye.
4,
there.
but if you do
3
catch
under.
photo release, it doesn't matter, does it?
Right.
You can still do your 5 fish limit.
But on JP's tournament, it's catch and
It's
keep.
4.
Yeah, it's 4. So it's still okay because you got 2 anglers.
Yeah.
Your limit is still 2.
Or 1 over and 3 slots.
Right.
So,
Bingo, Joe Tilley says. Only matter of time when it happens here on Lake Winnipeg. Well, it'll be 4 all around again. It's always been. Oh no, it's going to be 4 now on Lake Winnipeg. Might drop it even more.
the thing is, though, I think since COVID, there's been way more pressure on the lakes. Way more pressure. So many new anglers.
yeah,
Like I've done so much work for people that have just bought boats, and they said, and they're buying like shit tons of electronics if you can get them.
Yeah.
And they said, no, I just started doing this. Couldn't go on trips anymore. So
Yeah.
spent their money somewhere else.
I think we're retaining a lot of these people too. Like a lot of people who just tried the sport out. Seems like there's a lot of retention to it. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Definitely,
but
those people.
that's where that live technology keeps people into the sport because now they can find them a little bit easier, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got to think that live technology is just making more fish get caught, like, right?
Yeah.
Weekend angler, they're catching more fish with that live technology, man.
That's actually factoring in where the not just live tech, but all the technology lumped together and the equipment and whatnot, and people able to access all kinds of places. Biologists do factor that in too, where like these fish are getting caught and can get caught and stuff like that, and people are so sophisticated on how they fish and they're going to get them. So they factor that in. They're trying to be proactive in limits and whatnot and stuff like that. Not everyone's always going to agree. There's all kinds of stuff like Joe Tilley's area there, Cold Lake, for example. You're talking their trout. There's a lot of places in Northwest Ontario or the middle of Ontario. There's same kind of issue with the trout. I don't know where to land on it, but whether you can't keep big ones or you keep the big ones, like you can't. You got to be either or. You're keeping small ones and letting go of the big ones, or you keep the big ones and you let go of the small ones.
Yeah,
it's hard to land there.
Who is it that has tags? You get a tag.
Yeah, Whitefish Bay, for example, in Lake of the Woods has a tag system. That might be the way to do it, but rumor has it on my local lakes, CEOs checked guys coming into the dock. They were over limit by 1. They checked the truck though and found over 60. Ouch. Yeah, that's the meat hogging, bro. That's the keeper fish.
Keeper fish.
I got to make a shirt that says keeper fish.
We know some guys on that team already.
But here's a problem with that. So they get slapped with a fine and they don't get the fish for 3 years. Correct? That's usually what happens.
If that, to be honest with you,
Supposedly.
So why not make it tougher? Hey, these guys, fuck you. You just lose your truck, your boat, and all your shit, and never ever get a fucking fishing license again.
It's written in there, like they actually made the stuff stricter.
Some guys have lost that much, right?
Well, that's what they should do. You're 60 over the limit. Come on,
oh, man.
Okay, 1 I can see, but
60 in your truck. That means you went
stone,
back and forth.
Drunken stone, you can still count your limit, even if you got to use your hands and fucking toes to count.
I wonder why they want so much like walleye. Well, what would you need so much for?
Well, because they're probably going to sell it.
Selling it, man.
Oh, I guess selling it is that one thing then. Like if you're just keeping it for your own consumption, I mean, the best place to store your fish is in the lake. You know what I mean? Just go back and catch more again or whatever. Right?
$1,400 restitution each guy was the fine. Bullshit. Lose your truck, bitch.
Yeah.
Lose more than that, you should.
Everything should go.
Meanwhile, these guys are cheated. They're going to jail or all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So
Alberta has a draw tag system already, and it's a joke. Joe Tilley says or whatever. So it's tough, man. Not enough. Unimog says there. Yeah, it's interesting stuff. Like we have our own issues with our own jurisdiction here, but you go to different places and you ask them, and everyone's got their own issues with different stuff too.
Well,
right?
wasn't there stories where we heard that guys who did get caught with that amount, they were making so much money on it that the tickets, like it didn't matter to them. They were going out again because they were making so much money that it's covering their ticket, and they don't care.
Is the black market for walleye like still a thing? Is it still a thing? Like really, there's a market.
Yeah,
man. You can just go catch them. I don't know. I don't know. Go catch a walleye.
Yeah.
It's weird to me. I don't know. That's just, why would you? Well, I guess. I mean, I meet enough people. You meet like cottage owners, legit cottage owners with lakeside property that have never thrown a line, and like, that walleye's living under my dock, and just calculate alone. Now, if I known that, I should drop a line because like they buy walleye. They're walleye living under their dock.
They don't know.
And they buy walleye, they say, because they just don't fish or whatever. So
I don't know.
Interesting stuff.
Instead of changing our rules all the time, they should start doing shit with all the poachers.
Like I was just saying, they did tighten up the rules and made it the fines actually further reaching actually here in Manitoba.
Yeah.
With this whole new batch of recreational angling.
Yeah, but reaching how far?
But do they use it? Like they can, at least it's there on paper, even stronger. It's still discretion of the judges.
It's like I keep saying, all the frickin' laws in this damn country are made for the criminals. So, whatever. It is.
Half glass full, Mike again. You.
No.
And you got to think that. I mean, we just don't have enough manpower to police all this stuff.
Well, they would if they started charging these pricks a little bit more money for what they're doing.
That's a good point, man. We really don't have the enforcement. You can make all the rules you want. Who's gonna enforce it, man? Who's gonna enforce the one on Lake of the Woods, even, or whatever, right?
Yeah, no.
Ice fishing though, Andre Carrier, nice work, brother. It begins. You saw everyone's social. If you guys are on social, flooded with some ice photos and stuff like that. Our biggest thing was being safe though, wherever you're going, and I would suggest Stillwater Lakes though. I mean, like that's what I would suggest to go to start if you're really itching to get out there.
And smaller lakes.
Yes.
Yeah, like
don't need to be going on some big lakes right now. So,
although I had it lined up, I was gonna go hit Lake Manitoba. Weather's getting warm now, though. I'm
going at the end of the month. I'll go at the end of the month like I do every other year.
$7,500 fine. That all depends. That'll vary too. You'll see the MCOA. That's the Manitoba Conservation Office Association. They release different things or whatever, whether it's hunting infractions or fishing, and they sort of release whatever happened to it kind of thing. You follow them on Instagram. That's a good follow. Yeah. Keep up the good work over there, the MCOA guys, for sure.
They do need more guys.
Exactly. They're hiring right now. To be honest with you, if anyone's interested out there, they're hiring.
Can you imagine me as CEO?
Without a gun, though. Don't give him a gun.
He'd break it, though, bro.
Right over somebody's head. Right over somebody's head.
I was talking to a buddy, Maxime, so he's a rep in Quebec for Eskimo, but he was telling me, like, you got to come out and visit. Yeah, that's cool. I'll go visit. I like ice fishing different places. No, but you've never ice fished like this, he says. So this is one of the arms off the St. Lawrence River where the top layer freezes over because it's fresh water. But underneath, they're fishing in anywhere from 400 to 600 feet. What? Like not 40 to 60, 400 to 600 feet. And it's salt water underneath. Yeah. So these are, like, he called them fjords. They're fjords, but they're all like these inlets off of one of the rivers off the St. Lawrence there. And so what are you catching then? And he shows me pictures on his phone.
Yeah.
And it's cod, flounders, halibut, and like snapper, rock bass kind of things like this through the ice. I've never even thought about saltwater fishing.
No,
like saltwater ice fishing. I've never even crossed my mind. Maybe way up north or something like that. They're called fish a polar bear hole or something. But holy crap, I was fascinated by that. And I go, that's it. Like, this is my next, like, sturgeon on the Fraser just got bumped down.
You want to do that now?
And this one, that is cool, man.
It is cool, yeah.
That's cool, brother, man. Look at this thing's ice buggered out. Is that what it looks like? No, we pulled it up from 600 feet, so it's
600 feet.
Like
how big is the weight they're using? Like freaking
3 ounces.
3 ounces, 5 ounces? Damn.
Yeah, 6 ounce. Like Kalen's makes a 6 ounce
Yeah.
jig.
Yeah.
Like that. That's what they're like talking. Like shit. Look at the bloat on that snapper. Yeah, man, they're pulling it up from like
600 feet.
How long would that take you to reel it up, man?
it takes a while actually. Said yeah, like some fish are like 20-minute fights. Like if they'll catch big halibut too. Like
Yeah.
this is a little flounder, but imagine a halibut.
Bigger one, yeah.
Oh man, like
Man,
oh,
you got to. That's one hell of a hook set.
fizz and release. Just fizz it, bro.
From 600 feet up.
It'll live,
Your
bro.
hook set, eh?
So this is something I would like to try. Like that, fascinating to me. Just fascinating. And you're fishing along these big cliffs. Like we're in like
Yeah.
fjords. They're basically fjords. He says. I looked it on Google Maps where he was, and he showed me the exact place. And so that's it. I don't even have to go with him. He showed me the exact spot. I'm going there now with the eye on Og. Lockport his spot.
Just show up there one day.
Imagine that. He has 2 uncles in Nunavut, and they fish for cod today. So I was walking on ice in Hudson Beach. That's cool, bro. Nice work. That's cool. Weighing their fish with compressed air. Yeah, man. Like
Holy man.
that's completely like
Yeah.
blew my mind seeing that. Like that's so interesting to me. So that's wild. I'm all
There you go.
over that.
Darren says use electric reels, man.
You would need to.
You could, yeah.
Like, shit, yeah. Like it's just a winch, basically, right?
Hey, it'd be like just handing off to somebody. Here, your turn. Your turn. You go.
There's
Man.
he was telling me there's a way, Joey, where they're 1,000 signs. You ran out of line. You're fishing suspended fish. No, they got a gaff, and they're gaffing a chainsaw basically. So now you're making like
Oh, it's yeah.
sight holes and stuff like that when you get one of those things, or you cut the line or whatever it is, kind of thing when you get to the top. Because the ice isn't even that thick. Like you're talking like 2 feet ice only or something.
Yeah.
Because like where they're ice fishing in the main channel, ships are still going by. So ships are going
still open water.
and whenever a ship goes by,
Yeah.
there's an earthquake as soon as that wake comes over, and they feel this earthquake or whatever. And,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm out.
Jesus. It's
Rolling ice.
It's wild.
I'm out of there.
Man.
I'm out of there.
I talked to some dealers from Prince Edward Island. Oh, goes, any ice fishing on the island? No. The one guy says, no, there's no fishing on the island here or whatever. So he's on the west side of the island. And I met another tackle shop, and they were buying stuff. And any ice fishing on the island? Oh, yeah. We got a big white perch scene. The other guy there said that there's no ice fishing on the island. Oh, they're on the shitty part of the island on the west side. The east side has ice fishing, he said. Really? He goes, yeah, there is, man. They're ponds.
Yeah.
There's a set of ponds. They're not stocked. These are wild, like these ones here. So white perch, and I'm all thinking white perch. So there's black crappie and white crappie, and they look sort of the same. So I'm thinking white perch is like
Same thing that we see. Yeah.
No, it's this.
No.
That's a white perch.
Okay.
They're like
Almost looks like a
white bass.
yeah.
That's
I was
what it
just
looks
gonna
like.
say, it
It's
looks
like-
like a white
yeah.
bass.
Yeah, they look like white bass. So it's a
Smaller
relative.
version.
And they're fun. They say they pan fish for them, and like little tiny,
Yeah.
maggots on tungsten kind of thing, or little egg sacs or whatever, or sometimes they'll hit little lures, but they're fun as heck. And yeah, it's like they're like, and there's like a season on them too, and there's a limit on these things too. They said and stuff, but yeah, they're out there fishing for these buggers. That's their ice fishing. There's no walleye on the island. There's no bass on the island. It's just these white
Just
perch.
those, eh?
Yeah.
Just
No
those,
yellow
that's it,
perch
eh?
even. Yeah. And I go like it's like we get conditioned here. We're in central Canada, Midwest. We get conditioned to like ice fishing, and that's walleye, and you get your pike and your lake trout and some panfish. But right there is that's like 4 or 5 different species of something completely different that I didn't even think about. And you're still in Canada.
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. Like if you go out east, anyone in their travels, there is ice fishing out there. Give it a shot, because that's something different, man.
Well,
For your
that's
phone to drop in 600,
You ain't getting that one back.
you could pack up before it hits bottom. Santos will still try to get that back, bro. We
Six-
got 600 feet of line, bro. We got a magnet. Let's try and get this back.
I'm trying to get my rod back.
man.
White perch.
Could not imagine.
Isn't that fun, hey? Oh, something else I want to talk about. There's all kinds of stuff. Mike, you shared that video of the found footage of Santos ice fishing. It was Manziak was
Yeah.
reeling that walleye in.
Yeah.
And we're always picking on Santos all the time.
We have to.
In the video, I watched it, and it just PSA now. I'll get on my soapbox. We want more of these fish to live or whatever and stuff. Like at the end of the video, I saw it there, and Santa goes, "Oh, rinse her off because there's blood on her or whatever." The reason there was blood is because Santos got his hand on that side. If you notice how Santos is, like his finger should be on, like you touched gill on it basically, and you know your hands are all cold and stuff like that, and it happens. We've all done it. You know what I mean? Like we like. I just want people, like, the season's just about to start. There's going to be a million trophy greenback and pike photos out there. Be extra careful handling them though. Like try not to touch gill if you can. And if it takes a little bit of time in the hole to try and get that right grip where, because there's a right spot. I mean, if Santos's fingers was on this gill and you're getting the plate, maybe the back of your fingers might rub against it, but you're not ripping nothing. But I know that thing got lifted by that grip right there out of the hole. There's no wonder that it was bleeding or whatever. So I want people to just be careful doing this stuff.
Sorry, Santos.
Hey man, my hands are cold. What do you want me to do?
It happens.
Most sport needs to get the fish out of that hole, man.
We've all done it.
You put up a video or a picture, LaBopa's going to pick the living shit
Oh, I
out
picked
of it.
every second of it, bro. I'm looking at the whole thing.
I'm
exactly where you guys
glad,
were.
I'm glad
too,
my
like,
Superstore bucket's not in that picture too.
Those buckets are gray now, by the way, and you still have the green version.
There's
man. Go
blue.
get
I got a
gray
blue one now. I got a blue one, bro.
Oh, you got a blue?
The blue one.
Special limited edition.
Blue.
Be careful holding these fish. I'm telling you, man. Like people are trying to get the right photos, and now you're talking like this is what I was saying when I was saying catch photo release. When I was telling Weeb there, it's got its setbacks too, or whatever. I mean, there's more handling to it too. It's not like catch photo release is just this perfect system. You're trying to get the right picture, and you want the thing to count. Sometimes there's more handling of it. So guys are like taking pictures, it drops, pick it up again, thing wriggles, drops, you know, like, or it's wriggling and they're trying to get a better hold. A lot of gills are getting ripped is from pulling it out of the hole or taking a photo. So you take extra care, man. Extra care when you guys do it. Grab them by the eyeballs from now on just to spite you, man.
Just once.
Don't eyeball grab them. Don't eyeball grab them either, man.
No, not walleyes. Pike you can.
Pike. Yeah.
Mike does that to all the pike too. Don't hurt the pike, bro.
I hate pike.
So you're telling me that Carolina tied it up again? They actually tied it? The Jets were up like 2-0 the last I saw. Interesting.
They
Yes,
won.
They won though. Overtime.
Ah, cut cheeks. Oh, those cut cheeks.
Cut
guys.
cheeks and release.
Don't do that either. There's another thing. Catch and release does work. I follow Muskie Insider. So these are the same. This is Lindner Media.
Yeah.
Same people who bring a target walleye. But I don't know if anyone saw this. Ugly proof that CNR works. This is cool. So this guy caught this fish, and you're gonna know. You're gonna know this fish. I mean, shit, it's got
that
weird
big cut in it.
Yeah, it's got that's where you grip it from, Mike. That's from someone gripping it too hard.
That's a handle.
That's a handle right there.
Yeah.
So it's got the strap purse handles on it. But this fish has been caught many times now.
Look at it, eh?
Yeah. And I mean, these muskies get caught over and over again, but not this one. You know for a fact it has. And they're saying different years have gone by, and okay, it's actually getting smaller. The recent photos of this fish is actually shorter than previous ones, which is very interesting. That's very interesting that it's actually getting shorter. like
Short.
I guess we get shorter as we get older too. I guess maybe I don't know. That's wild that it's saying that, but that could be measuring things too. People measure different.
That's because that thing keeps getting caught.
Yeah, but that's wild. Catch and release works, and it's just more evidence
Does
about
work,
it. I like
yes.
that. I like that. So we'd like to see more of the same walleye get caught again. Hopefully, we don't release them to their death, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Lots to do, I'm sure.
Santos won't sleep now. Fucking
I'm
the
good,
blame me for
man.
killing that fish.
I'm good. That
You
fish
ate that fish. That fish didn't even go back. You guys ate that. I know for a fact you ate that fish. Hey,
Tyler wanted to feed his family, man.
Yeah.
maybe the water's just cold. Did Parrot get a bad batch of gummy bears and bug out? I don't know. Don't ruin it, bro. I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, it's easy.
I have not seen episode 3 yet. As soon as we hang up here, I got to go pick up my daughter from work, and then
I started watching
binging it.
the guys are from Frostbite.
Okay,
Man,
yeah.
they're having a tough go.
Yeah,
Those
eh?
guys.
Don't ruin it. Don't
I'm
ruin
not,
it. You're gonna-
it's the other two there. The other two shows, they're having a tough go.
We're gonna have these guys up on the show here coming up. So what? This is episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
I'd
gonna
like
try and
to
get some guys.
It'd be nice to get them to come on before episode 5. Like we go an hour early. Our show goes an hour early.
So not
just to
next
have
week, but
them
the
on.
week after. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
So,
So the week after, we'll have them on.
but these YouTube guys are so hard to nail down, for Christ's sake.
We only need a couple of them.
They're
I'm
busy.
Hey, I'm calling you guys out right now.
YouTubers?
Guys.
You call it tubers
YouTubers.
already?
We only
I'm
need a
calling
couple of them on
YouTubers
the
out.
show here, or whatever. Yeah, that's good.
It'd be nice to have one from each team.
Yes.
And we got Cooper Galan. We got Cooper lined up here for the next show. There's some cool talks here because there's a lot of guys leaving. Like they're on the FLW tour. Like they got their card on FLW, and they're giving up their FLW card to go to the Bassmaster Opens.
Yeah.
To qualify.
Because now there's less
it's a
guys.
step down. Actually, it's actually a step down. They're going to be on the same tour that Jamie Bruce is going to be on.
Yeah.
To qualify for Elite Stunt because they're leaving FLW now. So there's some cool talk there. Coop actually got his card. He's
in.
pro. He's pro. He's
on.
on with Gussie and the Johnsons next year. So
Yeah.
Cool stuff. We'll be talking that too in the next week or so.
Well, and I
Awesome
think
stuff.
Jamie Bruce is. I don't think so.
How'd I know he's going to say that?
I don't think so. You nugget.
How was real life with Mike last week? Is all good? I only
It was
caught
good,
a
man.
bit of the show.
Well, it was good till you just threw that comment out.
And we're gonna do let's do a quick segment on rod cases. I was gonna talk
Yes.
about that. When I was down south at the Big Rock show, Nanook had a big booth, and they had this big giant set here, and that was all the rage a season or two ago. I was curious now on what people have sort of gone away from that because it's been unless you're going into bush planes and stuff like that, man, that's pretty cumbersome. I'm thinking. Milliken, we're gonna get Milliken on the show too coming up here or whatever, a popular guy. What are you guys using right now for your rod cases?
I'm just using that Eagle I picked up in the States,
That's the same one I'm using too. That's it.
but it's not long enough.
How long is it, Mike?
I think it's like 43.
40. Yeah, it's 43 inches.
So isn't that
43.
crazy? Like nowadays, in the last 3, 4, 5 years, that everyone used to only use 28 to 32 inch rods. If you had a 36-inch ice rod, holy
They're a freak.
crap, you might as well be fishing open water, they're saying.
Exactly. Now they want how long the rod.
And your rod case is like 42, 43
Yeah.
inches, and it's not long enough. Interesting, man. But what's your longest rod?
It's a little personal, but 50 inches.
You got a 50-inch rod?
Yeah, bro. In the movies.
Seriously,
Well, wait. It depends. Do you want the ice fishing rods that are like made for ice fishing, or the broken ones that I break?
Oh,
all
I
every
might
year?
get some custom.
You got like
custom
6
rods.
footers there, right?
No, I have a frostbite rod that's 48, I guess, and that doesn't fit.
48, eh?
There, look, see, 50.
50, maybe
50?
52. So that's not going in any rod case that I know of. or whatever.
Not
Well,
that he
it's
has. Not that
definitely-
he knows.
it's-
Not that he has.
I'm definitely not using this in a snow bear. I'll tell you that right now.
So I still have my Express gun case. That money, that thing was money, man. I was using that, and they're like $29, $39, $49 at the stores or whatever. That's easy. And then last 2 seasons I've been using this Blue Bombers. I bet you I'd be a better kicker even than that guy. I bet you. And I don't even play soccer. Santos plays soccer, but I've been using this one here. So this is 42 is the longest. So this is what I've been using, and it's fabric, but there's hard tubes inside. And then I can fit 4 on each side. I collapse the reel handle.
But
But what I like about this is look at
you
how
gotta
narrow
collapse
that
the
is.
reel handles, eh?
If I collapse the reel handles,
You can fit how many?
then I can fit in, and you put rod sleeves. I can fit
Yeah.
2 like
Okay.
together, so 4 on each side. But what I like that this is, it's narrower. I still fit 8 rods, and I get my tackle tip ups even in there or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm finding this was nice last year, especially when everyone's trying to do Tetris in your sleds. If you're a sled person, or even in your truck, people got to do Tetris in the SUVs or whatever. All the space counts. Those big giant whatever makes them Nanook, Otter, whatever. They just I found a lot of people have been like, you can find them online right now for sale. There's a million of them. They just ended up being too big. Shields. No, I'm using the Shields rod case, and it's usually bulky, but it can hold a longer rod. Yeah. Yeah, the Kesslers have always used full rods in the winter, man. That's
Yeah, they do.
they've always used that. It's
Always,
true, man.
eh?
Gotta get a bigger sled. Sleds, like sled Tetris. We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah.
On your best sled, you guys are gonna have to do a CAD drawing of each. This is due next. This is our assignment, boys. A CAD drawing next week of your best sled configurations.
A CAD drawing.
Yeah. Leon's gonna do a CAD drawing of his. Leon's got a small crossover.
Yeah.
And his best configuration, because I see it all the time, man. You'll see I'll see like people will be driving Saturday mornings. You see them going to the lake, and the long shack is like in between them and in the front seat. Guys got all kinds of different configurations they got to do. But pull sled, or behind your snowmobile, that configuration is huge, and how to do it, and how best to protect everything.
Yeah.
I've been putting my electronics in my backpack now and going on the sled with a backpack.
Yeah, we found out what happens there.
You lose
No,
it?
I put it behind me. I had one in my backpack, and I put one in that stupid bunk behind me, and it lost it, and it stayed out there.
Well, it's not the stupid bunk; it's the guys that put it in there.
Yeah,
Like you guys didn't even secure it.
I put a bungee cord.
Did you
guess I need to
forget
get a
what
bunch of
lake
things.
you're on? Lake Winnipeg is an evil biatch.
So that's those big hard cases that we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's the big thing, like where they help. They can get chucked around, and your stuff's still good. But I don't know. Like what are people using? Is my
Yeah, I
question.
don't know. I use that one there, and that's it. And if I'm just ripping around from spot to spot, I just put them inside the rod holders on the sled. That's it. Or you just be like Lee Nolan and just throw everything on your dash.
You just drive around in your truck.
There's
He's got
guys that
about
only
6
fish
rods
in
on
my
his
truck.
dash.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dash
Yeah.
is the storage locker, and that's where they keep them, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
I could not imagine how many minnows are in those vents.
You'd smell them.
Yeah.
50-inch. A rod tube would be good. I guess my running gun is 50 inches then.
Yeah, that's what I
That
did.
doesn't go in the thing. But I only use that for lake shouting. So if we're going on trips, it goes into the.
You know what I use that one for?
My 2-piece flambeau case is what I use.
I use that 50 for dead sticking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so soft. It's just all of a sudden the rod tip goes down.
The art of dead sticking. Still, there's an art to dead sticking.
There's an art to dead sticking.
That'll be a segment coming up. Is the art like dead sticking isn't just a matter of like people think, oh, that's a lazy way or whatever it is, man. There's an art to dead sticking, man, and there's sometimes where that's the only thing that's going to get you bites.
Yeah.
You'll find that out if you start doing even more competitions and stuff like that, and you pull out all the stops. Dead stickings, there's an art to it, man, and there's you up your success. Like Mike talking about, you have to get the right flex. There's rods out there there's custom rods that they're made for dead sticking.
Just for dead sticking.
They're made for
that's
dead
all it's
sticking
for,
where they
yeah.
have that soft flex, but they still got a backbone.
Yeah.
Nice and long.
Yeah.
Interesting, man. Cool stuff. We'll talk all about that. We got all kinds of ice fishing stuff to do. I never did get to compiling our Beast of the Weeks yet, so I guess that's a Monday thing.
No surprise there, right?
Well, shit, I was out of town, man. I was out of town. I didn't get home till Friday night, man.
Yeah.
Then Saturday,
Oh,
drinking all day. Saturday. Then
Crying all night yesterday. Last
then
night.
stupid bottles yesterday.
I was sitting there. I looked up for the Beast of the Week. I know which one was my favorite Beast of the Week.
Beast of the Week.
Yeah.
You have your winner already?
Yeah, I got my winner.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, here we go. Lake Winnipeg is a bitch on gear. She will literally peel all the paint off your jigs and some of the. We're gonna talk to how to protect some of your jigs
Ow.
too.
Yeah.
You need
She'll
folding
break
all
your
of them.
she'll break your truck, man.
No,
Not just jigs, man.
I actually put a video together. I didn't post it yet.
Of
I called Lake Winnipeg the evil bitch.
when she's mad at you. She's mad at you though.
I'll post it. I'll post it tomorrow.
We don't have that issue of breaking away though. Like Lake Simcoe, Lake Erie, Ontario, they always got to wonder about that when they hear the earthquakes going, that they're going to float out into the middle. Every year you get those stranded ice anglers.
Yeah.
We never have that out there because we can never fish late enough into the season where that would be an issue. But that's something different. But yeah, man, Lake Winnipeg will get you. I tell you, Beast of the Month. Well, we've got a new contest coming up too for this winter. Micro, right?
Yeah,
Doing micros now.
starting in January, we got a new sponsor on board.
Nice. So
Nice.
your micro.
Your
Beast of it.
microfish now will count.
So, okay, we're gonna we'll come up with a slide and a name for it. But yeah, that'd be cool, man. Every week.
Well,
Micro-
we had a slogan, but I don't think the slogan will go through.
Ouch. Ouch. Well, she's mad at you. She's mad at you though. I tell you.
Yeah.
Man.
I actually put a video together. I didn't post it yet.
Ouch. 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 Mini Pelican is not gonna cut it. You need a bigger sled, bro. The more equipment you buy, you need bigger stuff for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I tried to
Owens.
lend mine to one of those YouTubers there, but he's crying. I don't know.
He's crying, eh?
Yeah,
Lowen's
he'll
it's
come
not
down.
even, it's not even a hate on the tent. It's just like I think you had it strapped too tight, bro. Is why the whole thing ripped apart on you. You had that thing.
Just so much bouncing around out there.
I think you had it so
Man,
strapped.
okay, so Lake Winnipeg last year cost me. I can't even add it up how much it cost me last year on breaking shit.
Michael have calculations.
Well, I mean, and Eric almost lost the flasher.
got it back, bro.
Got it back though, but he almost lost that, bro.
I know.
My live scope went tumbling. Like Tyler was picking pieces up of my live scope.
It didn't break though, eh? Did it break?
Oh man, it exploded the shuttle.
Oh, jeez.
Yikes.
That's why I made that one now that I could throw it against the wall.
That Markham was on display at the ice fishing show. Like one of the display at the Markham booth was that exact flasher that lived on the ice for 3 weeks, man. Good shit. Anyway, this one I missed. This is like the fourth week now that I missed it. Like sometimes some people text me their photos for Beast of the Week.
Yeah.
I'll only see what's on Doc and I always miss it. But Jason Hildebrand's dad just had surgery. He's recovering right now. Had major knee surgery there, so he's recovering. He's watching the show. Congrats, double header, 30 inches there.
Nice.
So nice work, guys. Nice work out there. That's like some of the last. Like they keep their boat out late too. So
yeah,
I got you in there. Beast of the Week there. Well done, gentlemen.
Double header, right? Nice.
Jody Clapper. Has anyone seen my tantrum? Like, look at that.
It's gone.
That is gone.
Now the cool thing is normally that would be gone where it's gone. You don't get the fish.
Yeah.
Like you lose crankbaits to pike all the time, and he was able to get this one out. But look at that. That's inhaled. I wonder if he got that out without it bleeding.
It's a good sign when you catch a fish like that, man.
It is.
Right? Means
That
they're
lure's
hungry.
gone.
Yeah.
That lure's gone. So are you getting that lure back, or are you just gonna just cut the line and release it?
Well,
You ain't releasing that fish. You're getting that crank back, man.
Hey, that pike is that's
Dead.
the last day it sees daylight.
Sometimes that hook's too deep. Just cut it and hopefully it'll rust out or whatever. That ain't happening.
Even you wouldn't say that, LeBobes. You're saying no.
I'm a whisperer, man. I'd be able to surgeon that out, and that fish would just be so happy.
Yeah.
You know me, man. I've done some surgeries, bro. I'd get that out.
That pike would be on your plate, brother.
Yeah, most likely. Pilgrim, his first decent fish of the year. Nice. I'm jealous, bro.
Nice. Yeah.
How deep? Yeah, that's not meters, man. That's feet, 6.5 feet.
Is that what you seen there? 6.5 feet.
And I know the color of that fish. So I know
we know where it is.
Oh, look what's tied on. He's got some crank there, but that's not what he caught this one on. All right. And the sun's facing this way. We've analyzed all kinds of things, man.
The sun's facing that.
I know. If I check the timestamp on the photo,
so you know exactly where he is, right?
Angle, yeah, I'll know what side shore he is.
You can see how the tent's almost folding in a little bit, so you know where the wind's coming from.
We have analyzed this, and we are confident on where it is. But nice work, Brandon, on the first fish there. Corey Burke. I don't need pike, but I'd be eating that one. Jason Resars. Unimog, sent you guys a time for last week. Caught on a frostbite clownfish. Oh, I have to see it, bro. I gotta see it. Is that this one? Nominated my buddy David Freeman with his first beauty master angle brown trout. First ice, first fish.
I like that picture, man.
Cool, bro.
Yeah.
I think they only caught like the 2 fish. He got one and Corey got one.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
That's a nice one.
Ah, beauty, man. I still haven't caught a brown. I'm gonna have to get a brown. Like any brown. I've never caught a brown in my life. We talked about this. Rainbow.
We're not going to say anything. I know Mike's thinking.
Shit.
I was going to say something, but no.
Let's say shit.
Rainbows, brooks, browns. I've never caught a brown. Nor a splake.
We always say we're going to go up north and go fish for them, but we never do.
Just
we
like
don't have to go too far. We can just. You can go lack the Bonnie.
Just like you're supposed to go for musky fishing too this summer.
I just put my musky stuff away. I know. I just put my musky stuff away.
We were going to go for largemouth. Yeah, that happened.
That happened too.
That never happened. Go to Patterson, bro. I know. They're in there. Even Anton's Lake has them. Like that's right at the corner there. The rest stop. Anton's Lake has them. John Ledoux. It was the second fish of the season. 24-inch tiger trout. Nice
24.
work, brother.
Nice.
Well done. He caught it on a jaw jacker. I can see the jaw jacker in the photo.
Yeah.
A lot of those stillwater ponds, by the way, you are fishing like close. Like that's the majority of where you're going to catch your fish. Is
Shallow
like,
stuff, yeah.
oh yeah,
He
like
won-
a stone.
He won last week.
Oh, was this for last week?
Yeah. Look at the
Really?
date, November 13th. He won last week.
Well, he's trying to win double now. This is a different fish, bro. Different day.
No, it's not.
Some people try to pass that off, man. I caught 4 masters today, bro, and they're. That's what happens a lot, actually, man. Like, oh, I love picking those things up, but I don't call them out. What about Jesse Bellet, though? May not be a giant, but it's his first ice submission.
Nice.
Nice.
So a key to magnifying, by the way, people, is to look into glasses.
Look at the glass.
Like a glass.
It's true though. And sometimes I'll check my glasses and go, oh, shit, I just gave away the tower or whatever marker you got. So you can sort of, or you say, oh, I wasn't there. I don't know. You weren't there. I saw you in the photo. What photo? Right here in the reflection, you liar. You were there. Don't hide from me, bro. Hey.
Oh,
The
that's funny.
ponds. There you go. Good
Ponds.
stuff, man. Nice work, Jesse. Going hardcore. I love it. I love it. He was saying Norris, I think he said there. Well, that's that. That's all I've got. So what's our beast? Apparently one already won once.
Yeah, well, that one won once already, but I'm gonna go with Corey's buddy there.
I
The
like
other
it.
trout.
I like that.
That's,
I like that
that's a
one.
nice photo, man, right
It
there.
is, yeah.
Cool
Damon.
stuff, Damon Freeman. I like it, brother. Nice.
That's the winner.
Well done. There you go. Brown
Sweet.
trout, first
Yeah.
one, personal best. Congrats, brother. Nice work there, Corey. Well, not Corey,
Nice.
David that won that. So cool stuff. Saw him at the ice fishing show too. Thanks for coming to the show. Actually, to be honest, he was supposed to volunteer at the show. So Divine's mad at you right now, actually, Damon, because Damon Freeman won Beast of the Week. Divine got a shirt for him and everything. He was supposed to volunteer, and then
Yeah.
after he goes, "Oh, I can't do it, bro, but I'll be down there." He came to the show.
For not calling us back again.
Divine's
he
taking his
should
prize
not
now.
get Beast of the Week.
Uh-oh. you better log in right now, man.
Awesome stuff, man. Cool. All right, Jets won. We got Game of Inches. Everybody go watch it. We're
I
gonna have
just,
those guys turn up. We're gonna be doing some after hours.
I just
After
want to
hours.
send our condolences to Travis Hamlin. His grandmother passed away, so
Oh, condolences, brother. Condolences, Travis.
So-
there, yeah.
I figure
Sorry
we
to
get
hear
that
that,
out
man.
there.
Same to the family of the gentleman that
Gentleman,
nice there.
Yeah,
Went through, yeah.
That's we don't want any more deaths on the ice this year, man. Like even vehicles don't go in. Be careful out there. It's supposed to be warm where we are right now. Anyway, please be careful wherever you are. Be careful on first ice, please.
Yes.
Please,
Yes.
please. Yeah. Go get them though, but please be careful.
Careful, man. Be safe, man.
yeah, that's right.
All right,
safe.
brothers. All right. Let me play some going out music. At least before I sign out here. Oh, there you go. Going out music. Have a great week, everybody. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go watch this show right now here or whatever.
fun.
Me
man.
too.
Next week, more ice fishing stuff. We're gonna get into the nitty gritty of all this ice fishing. Like I told you, CAD drawings. of
You want some CAD
configuration.
drawings, eh?
I don't even know how to fire up CAD. Never mind, do a drawing.
People do some spec. We're gonna do some contests on Doc here. Contests on all your configurations.
God.
Peace out, everybody. We'll see you all next week.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.